So Z, we're here in Chicago at the G League Elite Camp. Tell me, how'd you feel out there today?
Oh man, first of all, it's just an unbelievable experience. It's an unbelievable environment. This opportunity is not promised, so I'm just trying to take advantage of every moment I'm out there on the floor, in every drill, everything we're doing, every aspect of the camp, and I think I played pretty well today, so I'm going to try to build on it.
What was your reaction when you learned that you're invited to this camp? I heard from some people that surprisingly decided to pass on this opportunity because they thought, it's a G League thing, I'm not a G League player. What was your thought when you got the invite?
I was unbelievably excited, happy, ecstatic, any adjective you could think of. I remember when my agent called me, I had been waiting on it, asking him damn near every day. And once he let me know, it was go time, so I was super excited about it. I don't know why anybody would pass on this event. I've seen every NBA team represented here, so I'm just honored, man. I'm honored.
We saw you play a lot of different roles at ASU this year. Playing two big lineups. You're the lone big, guarding point guards, handling in transition. Being the primary facilitator. What do you see your role ultimately being in the NBA? Will you have to make it a little bit more compact early on, or do you think you can still do all those things for a team? From what I'm hearing from teams, obviously I'm gonna keep developing my game, keep working on my overall game. But initially, I know I got to become a consistent corner three shooter at first. I know I'm gonna be an elite defender, which is something I really take pride in, and I think everything else will just fall into place, depending on the team, depending on the development. And I'm the type of guy that's going to turn strength or weaknesses into strengths. So I'm just going to keep working, keep developing all aspects of my game. But initially, I can see myself as a 3-and-D guy. I want to guard the best player on the floor at all times, and I take stuff like that personal. So any team I'm blessed to get on, man, that's going to be my role, whatever they need me to do. Have you always been a guy that can guard multiple positions? That we saw you defending point guards, which I thought is really interesting at your size. We kind of see that's what the NBA game is all about now. A lot of switching, and how do you fit into that? And has that always been the type of guy you've been?
It's always been a skill that I've had. Obviously, I've polished it over years. Breaking down film, working out in the weight room, getting quicker, stronger. Like I said, a lot of film, playing angles, and kind of learning different aspects of the defensive game. So, but it's always been something. I've always been fairly athletic. I've always moved well. But credit to the work ethic and ASU putting me in a great position to guard multiple spots this year and showcase my talents. And I took full advantage of that. And as far as going to the next level, man, I think that's something I can keep going. I want to be able to switch any ball screen. I want to be able to guard pretty much 1 through 4, sometimes 5 if possible. So I feel like I can guard anybody.
I think fairly athletic is a little bit of an understatement. Where does your athleticism come from?
I think it's genetic. Neither one of my parents were really athletes, really didn't play any sports, but my family's fairly athletic. Growing up in the neighborhood, just playing various sports, running around outside, doing all kind of outside activities, I think you just develop a knack. And obviously some of it is credit to my weight room and all that type of stuff, but I think I've always ran fast and kind of jumped pretty high. So
talking to NBA teams about you, they tell me that they love your versatility defensively and offensively, your ability to pass especially. They do say, they wonder about your shooting. It kind of came and went this year. There were flashes of it, but it wasn't always consistent. Where are you at with that part of your game right now?
Since the season was over, I took my time off. I got my body right, rehabbed and all that type of stuff. But since I kicked it in high gear, man, I really went to square one and changed my whole shooting form. Worked on my touch, worked on, different aspects of shooting. And shooting is something that's never really came natural to me, but as anyone knows, that's something that can be developed, and that's pretty much how I'm looking at it at this point. Like I said, I'm in the process of changing it. If anybody knows me from this year to right now, you see that I've made a change. I'm diligently working at it, getting much better with it. Any workouts I do, I'm shooting a lot better. I'm getting adjusted to that NBA three-point line. It's obviously further, and just, staying the course, man. It's easy to get discouraged and judge yourself off of missing a couple shots, but I'm just staying encouraged, following the process.
Any players that you really enjoy watching play in the NBA, guys that you look at the role that they play for their team and you say, maybe I can do that same type of role?
Yeah, I mean, I watch so many NBA games. I watch so many players, and obviously it's a reason every player's in the NBA. So, I mean, they're obviously all good, but to name a few, obviously Draymond Green is someone I really watch, how he impacts the game offensively, defensively, without scoring. He gets all his teammates involved. Andre Iguodala, Mo Harkless. I mean, even to take it further back, Scottie Pippen. I mean, Kawhi Leonard initially when he came in the league. He had similar knacks. He was shooting above his head. People didn't really know if he could become a good shooter and this and that. And he just worked at it, got better. I watched Montrezl Harrell, Pascal Siakam. So, I mean, that's just to name a few.
You see guys at times who are freakishly athletic, and you see other guys who are really, really great passers. You normally see that intersection between those two skills. It's kind of unique. Is that something that you've developed over time, or did you grow up playing with the ball? I mean, where does that come from for you?
I pretty much grew up, playing with the ball. I remember, I want to say my freshman year is when I actually really started kind of trying to handle the ball and do different things. But Jeff Della Vega, my junior year, he was the first person to really put me at the point guard and put shooters around me and just let me create. And at first, obviously, it was something foreign to me, but over time, I just stayed with it, got better at it, and passing has always came naturally to me. I've always been a pass-first type of player, and it kind of hurts me sometimes, but that's just the mentality I have, man. I love getting people involved. I love playing team ball, and I think that's something that could separate me from a lot of players is, like you said, my athleticism combined with my passing and IQ.
Any reason you decided to transfer to Arizona State, and considering your age and sitting out a year, that probably wasn't easy for you. How do you think it all played out? What is it like to play for Coach Hurley?
Oh man, in the moment it was tough. A lot of the things I've went through over my life, in the moment you don't understand it. It almost comes like a why me type of thing. But I trusted myself. I trusted my work ethic. Obviously, I trusted my coaches at Arizona State and the program. And looking back at it, man, it was the best decision I ever made. Mentally, I got back being me. Just playing hard, playing the right way, and being able to be versatile and do what I do, guard multiple spots, play multiple spots, and be the leader that I am. And I took on a leadership role this year, and I think I really did well embracing that and learning from it. But playing for Coach Hurley, man, it's a lot of ups and downs, a lot more ups than downs. But he's the type person, man. He's gonna hold you accountable. He's gonna get in your head. He's gonna push you to the limits. And if you can't respect him as a competitor and that he wants to get you better, it could often rub you the wrong way. But me and his relationship is so tight. I always knew he wanted the best for me, so I'd run through a wall for him to this day.
Any thoughts on Lou Dort as an NBA prospect?
Oh man, he's an unbelievable talent, unbelievable young, skilled, strong, physical specimen. I haven't seen too many players that have his size and his athleticism along with his skills. So I think he's going to do really well at the next level. Obviously, he has a lot to work on like all of us, but he has the intangibles to be a really good NBA player, and I'm really excited to see how it plays out.
Great stuff, man. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Good luck.